I'm Devin Utinen, and I work at NBC. This is my mom, Colleen Lampton. She is a retired MRI technologist and current owner of Weeping Willow Gift Shop and part-time nanny. My first question for you is, what do you think I do at the bank, and what is my job title?
Well, I believe that you are the manager of human resources, and I believe that includes benefits, hiring, firing, life changes, how to navigate through all of those delicate situations that come about in your life when you're trying to balance work and life in general. I just believe that you have a very huge job to do.
I would agree. Can you tell me what I was like as a kid?
You were a beautiful child. You're still beautiful, but you were so inquisitive and but very quiet, and funny, very funny child. You didn't know you were funny, but you were. Always reading and music and always wanting to know why. And just very compassionate with everybody and everything.
Thanks. Were you surprised when I got into banking?
Absolutely. I not in a million years would have dreamt that this would have been your path, but it's amazing what you're doing and what you're accomplishing. But you were going to be a doctor, research scientist, living in, Chicago or New York in a penthouse apartment, and
things changed.
So yes, and things changed.
Can you tell me how you typically bank? Do you go in person? Do you go online? Do you use an app?
Most banking that I do is online or with an app, but for my business, for Weeping Willow, I use a lot of the drive-through at NBC.
Or Kirsten.
Yeah, or Kirsten. Kirsten is our lifesaver, yes. Yeah, so we really appreciate the, being able to actually talk to somebody when we need it.
Where do you get banking information, like interest rates, CD rates?
So most of that I research online. I also have a financial advisor, and he's very helpful. But I would say most of it is online.
How much do you think about bank fraud now that you're a business owner, and what kind of steps do you take to avoid it?
Now that I'm a business owner, I think about it daily. I have to think about every email I decide to open, every phone call I take. I have to watch all my statements to make sure that there's, nothing that I did not purchase or verify, a purchase that I personally made.
What is one thing you wish banks could do a better job of, if there was anything?
If anything, I think at my age now, I think that having like more videos to watch direct from the bank that says this is what I should be looking for, this is the latest scam, this is the most important things you should be looking for as a business owner, or just in your personal banking. I think any education that you can give the public is amazing.
What is the biggest change in the banking world that you've seen in your lifetime?
Online direct deposit. When I started working, I waited for my check to come in the mail. When I got it, then I had to bring it to the bank and deposit it. And it wasn't until the early 90s when I actually had my first direct deposit check. So that changed my life drastically.
That's so crazy.
Isn't it? Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah, and online it wasn't even a thing when I first started. So writing checks, using cash, that was, that's how I did my all my finances.
Now you can just tap your card.
Yeah, now
or your phone.
Yeah.
How do you think your grandkids will be banking when they're your age?
I think they are going to be, it's going to be all AI. It's going to be, I think they're going to think about things and it's going to happen. I think they're going to have their little devices that all they have to do is think about something and poof, it happens. Which is very scary to think about, but that's what I think we're heading towards. All right, Devin, you've been asking me a lot of questions, and I have a question for you now. What did you learn from me growing up about banking?
I think the biggest thing I learned was saving. Babysitting, Christmas money, birthday money, saving up to buy my very first iPod, the big chunky iPod. Bigger purchases, things like, I want to say iPods were probably my biggest passion at that time. The music or books, whatever book I wanted to read, my first Kindle. Really like setting aside that money and focusing on like there was a good payout at the end. I think that's my biggest takeaway, is I feel like it's helped me be a better saver. Now I just have it come out of my paycheck, so I don't even see it. It's like it doesn't exist. So I think saving is huge. I remember you taking me to my very first appointments at the bank, getting my own checking account, sort of, with you attached to it, but like having my own
Yep.
debit card, and then being in that account to help guide me if I was getting low. You could say, hey, what are you doing? Like when I had my first job at Target, or
Right.
I feel like that helped me be more responsible with how I was making my purchases. Just because I had a card didn't mean there wasn't money associated with it. So really learning to pay attention to where I was spending, if it was smart to spend. Didn't always stop me, but like I knew you were there watching if I needed the help. So I think that was huge when I was growing up, and then always letting me play cashier and learning how to count my money. I remember that as a kid with my Barbie cash register, and so I think just helping me practice my money handling skills, even though I didn't realize that's what it was at the time, but
Right.
my basic life skills.
Yeah. Devin, what is your favorite part about working at NBC?
I think my favorite part of my job at NBC, or really just working at NBC, now that I've been here for a while, I think in every role that I've had, I feel like I have the opportunity to make a difference in different ways, which is huge for me. I mean, I was a receptionist, I was a teller, I worked in mortgage, and now I'm in human resources, and I have loved every department. HR has truly been my passion now, but I'm able to pursue things that I'm interested in, take the lead on projects. We're involved in so many different community events. I think it just helps me work and make money, but also do things I'm passionate about. I get to focus on diversity, equity, inclusion, belonging, and my supervisor and the leadership team support that. We get to help plan events in the community, which is so exciting, volunteering for those events. I just think it's a really unique place to work, and it's a community bank, so it's our friends, it's our family, it's people we know. We're changing their lives, so yeah. It's gonna make me emotional.
Yeah.
Before we cry, let's wrap this up. I think that was our last question, so thanks for joining me today
Thank you for having me.
answering all these questions.